We're going to go ahead and transition over to another story that we're expecting an update later today to talk about. We are talking about the potential of Columbus getting a National Women's Soccer League team here. And joining us right now,
our in-house soccer expert.
Yes, is Kristen McFarland, who knows just about everything and anything there is about women's soccer.
Kristen, give us your background. You're from the Columbus area, but you played collegiate level soccer, professional soccer overseas. Take us to the beginning.
Definitely. So I grew up in the Columbus area, played travel, club, got a scholarship to play soccer at Florida State women's soccer, won a national championship. I was a starting striker my junior year, and then decided, hey, you know what? I think I want to take this pro. And so decided to play overseas, got to play in the Netherlands for a year, lived that whole Dutch experience. So that was incredible. And just really wanted to use that as a ticket to be able to go travel the world and see the world. Because I mean, when you're over there, it's easier to travel when you're over there, but going back and forth is tough. So very fortunate to have had a successful career. So hearing that we could have the possibility of a NWSL team here right in the backyard, I'm like, I'm for it. Come on.
Absolutely.
And there's 16 teams right now. So it's like, is Columbus going to be the 17th? Come on. That's my lucky number, too.
That would be so cool. Yeah. How much would this mean for little girls like you that grew up playing soccer, dreaming of doing that professionally? How would this change that for them?
I remember at a very young age looking up to these players and just being in such awe. I'm like, I want to be like you. And that gave me the drive and it gave me the determination. You know, when you look up to someone and you're like, I want to be like them, you set goals and you work really hard. And I think that's what I did. And then, one day I'm looking back and little girls are doing that to me. It's like, you give back. So I think it will be invaluable to have that opportunity for girls here. And we've heard the mayor say multiple times he wants to make this the hub for women's sports. This is a step in the right direction. And I think having those role models, those leaders, those players here will also entice those players to stay here in Columbus. I mean, if there was a team here in Columbus when I was still playing, I might have been like, hey, I'm coming back.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's out of the cards for me now. But
never say never.
You're in retirement a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could run up and down like that again.
I mean, what was, spending that time overseas playing, with the Dutch teams, as basically a collegiate player, what was that like? What was that experience? I mean, you're miles away from home, but doing this sport that you love.
Right. So it's so funny. I remember they picked me up at the airport in this small city in the Netherlands and dropped me off. And they're like, okay, we're going on summer vacation. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And I'm like, I was one of the 2 Americans on the team.
Wow.
They told me they would speak English. It was mostly all Dutch. So half the time I didn't know what was going on, but I'm like, okay, we're here. We're living the dream. I mean, half the time I was like, what's going on? The other half I'm like, this is part of the journey. Like just release all expectations. But that was the best part of it because I really just got to enjoy it. I mean, the best and most beautiful parts were like living by the canals and riding my bike and like just having that full experience. And I think those are those kind of life-changing opportunities that you get to have. But it was tough at times where I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. Where am I? I miss home. So, but that's where you grow, when you're uncomfortable.
Right.
So I absolutely just like, I wouldn't change that experience. And I think a lot of people would have a similar experience where you just kind of go outside of your comfort zone. And even if you're playing in the States, I mean, playing at a professional level is a lot. Like it is your job to perform. That's what you're paid to do. So I think that college prepared me well for that for sure, but there were times where I was like, what is going on?
I love what you said about how if there was a team here, you would have come back and played. And the city always talks about retention for OSU students and keeping people here. And I think this is also just another effort to do that. So what is happening later tonight? There's a meeting, right?
Yes, there's a public hearing. So the community will kind of get a chance to hear about this plan that city leaders we heard last Friday kind of revealed, if you will. And of course, we know this is still, the bid has to go through, legislation would need to be passed, but I think we're heading in the right direction. And I think it's good for the community to hear what's going to be asked of them, what they can expect, because this is like an entire community thing going on, right? We're one step closer. So I think it'll be really interesting to hear the feedback too from people. I mean, I don't know if I'm just listening to what I want to hear and I'm like, everyone's for it. Everyone's down. Let's go. But it seems like there's a lot of excitement here and a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, and that's at 3:00 this afternoon. But we're also talking, as part of this proposal, would be basically adding another I guess kind of adding another facility on Scott's Miracle Grow, formerly Lower.com.
Right.
So that would be kind of where all of this would happen.
Right. Yeah. So they would try to make improvements to that and bring a women's facility there, which would be so neat too. And I think, having those top facilities is even more will entice it to happen even more, because when you have the best facilities and you have girls who want to play here then because they know that it's going to be a great experience. And we hear about in the women's game all the time just the equal pay and how that is starting to kind of level up and level out finally. So I think the better you can make the facility and just hype it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's the direction we're going in. And so just really exciting to see what's going to happen. I want to walk in that facility and it will bring back memories too. And I would what I'm most excited about is some of the roommates I had at Florida State and stuff. I'm like, come play in Columbus. Come on. Then I can see you guys again and I can watch you play. I'll watch them play sometimes, but with our crazy schedule, that's hard to do. So it would be so fun to see them again.
Yeah. So you still have several friends then that are playing.
Oh yeah. I think majority of them are. I'm kind of one of the ones
You're the outlier?
I'm one of the outliers. I was like, I'm good. We're good. So a lot of what was really cool about Florida State is they recruited from around the world. So I had, played with players from Venezuela, Costa Rica, Ireland, Germany, England, you name it. So it was just all these talented, different, unique players. And so some of them are playing overseas, others are playing here in the NWSL. So it's just really fun to watch and follow their journeys and see, I'll turn on the TV and I'm like, that's my roommate. She's killing it.
Wow.
So really neat. And I would love to have them come here if that happens. But we did hear from Columbus City Council President Shannon Hardin, and here's what he had to say about what's going to be going on.
Right. Hold on.
City will do our part, and we will front the cost with our AAA bond rating. But we will be repaid and then some by the folks who will actually benefit and go to the games.
Yeah, so everything comes with a cost, and I think that's what a big part of that community discussion that's happening later this evening is just kind of how are we going to pay for this?
Right. And this is all part of the city's Ignite Her initiative that they unveiled almost, a couple months ago?
Yeah, or I think it might, something like that. They've been working on that for a long time too.
Yeah.
So exciting. It's a $25 million project, I think, but I mean, for future generations to come could be absolutely incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, look what the Columbus Crew did when they came here. I remember growing up and going to those games when you're little, but it's just going to be amazing having a women's team for these little girls to look up to.
So we'll see. I'm excited.
Yeah. Right. Kristen, thank you so much.
Thank you.